So this might be a little creepy for you because you can't really see me, but you can hear me. It's because I'm wearing my invisibility cloak. Well, I guess you don't really want to watch a whole video of me just talking and you not being able to see me, so let me go ahead and take off my invisibility cloak. There we go. Oh, it's a little dark in here, isn't it? Well, very well then. Lumos! Hi. I enjoyed your video. Let me just get my notes. Here we are. Well, you asked about books. Well, in my last video, obviously, I mentioned I just finished Harry Potter, the last one. I haven't really had a lot of time to read as of late. I really don't read my textbooks. I just kind of wing it. I have been kind of half reading a book on Celtic mythology, because that's kind of like my ancestry or whatever. My Nana says I should know about it, so I've kind of been half-heartedly reading that. But mostly, if I'm reading, it's just magazines. You know, I call it market research. I read my Better Homes and Gardens, you know, My House Beautiful, kitchen renovations, you know, exciting magazines like that. I did read a book, though. It was called The Deity Formerly Known as God. I was intrigued by the cover because it had a really pretty cover, and I'm kind of drawn to shiny things. And it's a pretty good book. I actually bought it for Ted for Christmas because I thought he would enjoy it. And it's kind of like about how everybody has this image of God, and it's kind of like formed by the way your parents act, or, you know, it's formed by different things, and talks about why those can be either helpful or hurtful or whatever. I don't know, it was a good read. It was by a young guy, like a younger guy wrote it. He's in like his early 30s, so it wasn't like lame. I do have a book that I keep on the back of the toilet. It's called Where in the World is Osama bin Laden? And it's like, Where's Waldo? But you have to find Osama. That's exciting. I got that for Christmas. You know, my roommates like it, so keeps you busy while you're dropping a deuce, you know, whatever. You asked about my classes. Now, I kind of build in one class every semester, an extra class. I take like more credits than I need so I can drop one, because invariably one class will suck ass. And this semester that class was Visual Arts Awareness, which I have to take at some point, but this teacher was awful. She had never taught at Akron before, and she felt like I needed to do 2 journal entries a week for her class, and I'm really not going to put that much effort into a general education class because I don't, you know, it doesn't really apply directly to my major, and that's pretty much bullshit. So I just dropped it, and so now I'm taking, I have Cultural Anthropology, which isn't too bad so far, and I have Lighting. It's actually called Light and Man-Made Environments, so that I can learn about different types of light and whatever, you know, when used in, oh, my major's interior design, that's right, so that applies to that. And I'm taking Architectural Presentations 2, which the teacher's kind of a Bob Sims, kind of. He likes to be stern and kind of make you figure out things for yourself. And then I have a class called Programming and Space Planning, which is about, like, if you're given just a floor plan of just the outside of the building, like what the outside walls are, then you kind of plan what space should be allotted to what rooms, like how much room do you need for the living room, dining room, etc. So that one's obviously going to be very helpful for my major, but it's a lot of work, so I don't really like to do homework. I'd rather just kind of hang out. So next semester I'm going to cut back to part-time school all the time, just part-time school, no more full-time classes. I have seen some good movies lately because I asked for stand-up comedy DVDs and for Judi Dench movies for Christmas because I've started collecting Judi Dench, and some of her movies include, but are not limited to, Notes on a Scandal, Ladies in Lavender, Iris. Let me look here. Oh, and The Shipping News, which coincidentally is a book by Annie Proulx, Proulx. If you haven't read it, I suggest it. And the movie's good, very good. And so I really love Judi Dench, and I love British people in general. But she plays a lesbian in many, many of her movies, and I'm wondering if she might be in real life. I don't know. Something to look into. I want to see Sweeney Todd, and I'm frankly kind of jealous that you have seen it and I haven't, because I'm not one of these people who's like in love with Johnny Depp, but I like when he plays eccentric characters, and Sweeney Todd is obviously a little crazy, and so I want to see it, but I haven't because my friends are lame and they won't go with me. And Juno I want to see as well, but I haven't seen it, but it looks pretty good because it kind of reminds me of Me and You a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, except that you haven't been pregnant, and I would not have been the one to get you pregnant if you were. But those things aside, it reminds me of us. Just for the record, here are my notes. I told you I would make notes. There they are. So that's kind of what's going on. I'm really busy. You know, I make myself busy. I don't know why I do this, but I'm taking 13 credit hours. I have between like 15 and 25 hours a week that I work. I'm on consistory at my church, which is like the visioning board. Like, we don't really make earth-shattering decisions for the church, but we kind of decide what direction the church is moving and you know, where we're going to stand on big issues and things like that. So that makes me a deacon. And I kind of play the role of historian of the whole church, kind of archivist or, you know, whatever. But right now that's kind of at a standstill because I don't have time for it. But that's just basically like organizing all the historical records because they're a mess. Our church opened a store in Highland Square, which is an area in Akron that's kind of like an up-and-coming artsy neighborhood. And we opened a store. It's a 10,000 Villages store, which they sell things from around the world that are made in like third world countries that are developing, but the people get a fair price for their goods. So that way it kind of helps stimulate their economy and you know, help them continue to develop. And it's called The Market Path, and themarketpath.com is the website for the store. But I am well, first of all, I help design the store. Second, I am the secretary on the board of the trustees, which really doesn't mean much. It's one meeting like a quarter. And I am the events coordinator for the store because we have about one monthly event. Or I guess that would be one every month. It would be monthly. So we have a monthly event, and this month is a peace party. Well, it's actually February. Is a peace party, and it's kind of celebrating global cultures and whatnot. So hold on, I'm going to check how long this is because I don't want to go over 10 minutes because I can't cut it like you with your fancy technology. Okay, I have about a minute left, so I will just wrap this up with and I also am volunteering at MoCA, which is the Museum of Contemporary Art, and it's in Cleveland, and that's only once in a while for their big events. I go up and just kind of do whatever they need me to do. It's a fun way to get to meet people and fill up whatever time happens to be free after I do all this other stuff. So yeah, so you know, the ball's in your court again. I don't know. Tell me some fun things. Do you have a Rolodex? I don't know, that's just weird. I have one. I thought maybe you would have one. When are you graduating? You said in the spring. I'm kind of jealous about that because I'm going to be here forever. Alright, well, my time's probably just about up, and I love you, and, you know, I'll talk to you later. Bye.